Ever find yourself spending $5 on 2-minute noodles? Please, you can do better. Grab a value cravings burrito from Taco Bell. Choose from 3 burritos, each $5 or less. Indulge in a chicken enchilada burrito, beefy cheesy burrito, or cheesy bean burrito. We're talking big flavour that doesn't break the bank. Grab a value cravings burrito today for $5 or less, only at Taco Bell. Terms and conditions apply. Find your closest store at tacobell.com.au.
It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show. It's our fair part show.
G'day there, podcaster. Thought you were going to do it, Belle.
No, it's too. I was too scared.
No, you were sleeping on it. You weren't even looking at your microphone. You forgot.
Yeah, I did forget.
Thank God I'm here.
Oh,
Thank God
okay.
Daddy's driving the car.
Please do not call yourself that. Please. Also, well, you are the only guy in the room today.
Yep.
You got 3 gals around you.
Yep.
So, yeah, a bit daddy vibes.
Yeah.
Because, you got your harem here.
Well, let's not call it a harem. It's inappropriate.
Fair.
I had an idea, just quickly. I guess this is a bit of business. Obviously, Liam's not here. He's in Japan.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I thought that he might try and play it off as a content retrieval trip.
Oh, he absolutely will.
So I thought, and he might listen to this and it might backfire, but if he does listen to this, I guess we could still do it. But I was like, we should do a, because if he's on a content retrieval trip in Japan, we should do like a quiz for the podcast about the topical stories that happened specifically in Japan over the last 3 days. And so if he was on content retrieval, he should have been on top of the news in Japan.
He would absolutely argue that that's not the content he was over there for.
I don't think so. No, I think he'd be up for it. I think he'd try and bluff his way through a quiz. Yeah, but it'd be like, hey, so blah blah from blah blah over in Japan.
Yeah.
This I'll try and find 3 funny Japanese stories.
Yes, JapanNews.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he can successfully pass the quiz, then it was a content retrieval trip. If he fails, then it's a day off.
Have you been seeing his Insta stories?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah.
So he went to the sumo wrestling.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, and just a lot of food and like sightseeing. It looks beautiful.
That's what literally Japan is: food and sightseeing.
Wow.
I haven't seen him have a ramen yet though, which is a letdown.
No, I think he did.
Nah, he had some sort of soba noodle.
Oh, yeah, no, it was different.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Japan, I love Japan, but the ramen is so good. I kind of wanted him to experience that, so I'm hoping he had a ramen.
Do you think he will try and bring home a certain souvenir like Scudder did?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Also, knowing Liam, just on the food stuff, like Liam is like a big kid, where he's the kind of guy where you can give him sushi from a server and he go, oh, the sushi was so good.
I can't see him having like a nice delicate like sashimi.
No, and even if he did,
like he would be
Liam,
like
to be
he'd
fair,
be getting the deep fried like teriyaki chicken.
In Liam's defense, he has eaten at a lot of fancy restaurants, and he loves the food. But then he also will eat at cheap restaurants and love the food. Yeah. He's just not that fussy.
No.
Which is, I guess, a nice trait.
Yeah, he's a suburbs boy at heart, which is nice.
Yeah.
Whereas I think you, even though you grew up on the farm, I think you definitely have more of a palate.
Oh, I'll tell you if the food's bad for sure.
Yeah.
I remember when we were interstate, and this is with Andy, our old EP, and we wanted to get dinner that night. Like we were kind of like, oh, because what do we do for dinner? Not together, but just like individually. What are we going to do for dinner, everybody? Yeah. And Liam was like, oh, I had this pizza. So good.
Oh,
and he was raving about this pizza.
Oh my God.
Also, Chelsea and Molly are here. You guys can chime in if you feel free to.
Oh yes, welcome.
Welcome.
Yes.
He was raving about this pizza.
This is when we're living
in
Sydney.
He was saying it was so good. He was like, you guys got to get this pizza. It sounded like the best. It sounded like 400 karate. He's like, you guys got to get this pizza. It's so good. So Andy and I both individually went there that night, got takeaway pizza. It was the worst pizza I've ever ate. It was horrible. It was so bad. You know Bergen pizza where it's got like pink ham on it, like pink shredded ham, that kind of. It was like there was a lot of pink shredded ham on this pizza. And it was the worst pizza I've ever had. And when we told him the next day, like Andy was outraged. Andy was outraged that he went there, and Liam was shocked.
Yes.
He couldn't believe it. He was like, "You guys didn't like that?" It's like, really good.
I think that was also the same night that he ate the whole box of Magnums or Maxi Bonds or something.
You know, he bought a 4-pack of ice creams.
He ate all 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a really depressing time for all of us, to be honest. We were living out of hotel rooms for like 2 months straight. So
Why?
On top of a hot pot place because we were doing the show, so we just started Melbourne Breakfast. but
Oh,
the studios were
studios,
being built, so we were broadcasting out of Sydney, pretending to be in Melbourne.
But we were all living in tiny,
The Mantra.
like dodgy.
Was it the Mantra?
It was, yeah, but it was like a cheap,
Yeah.
like budget man.
It was like it was serviced apartments.
And we lived there like day in, day out. And so it was like we'd all meet in the foyer every morning, get the Uber in together. But like everyone, it was just, I joined a gym. I was having a great time. I walked home from work every day. And you guys kept just going back and being like, oh, it's so depressing in the hotel. All I'm doing is like eating. And I was like, well, come to the gym with me.
I also had
Come do stuff.
my wife was in her
Well, that's true.
was in her first trimester with our first child.
And you hadn't
So I
told
felt
anyone.
horribly guilty because I was living interstate, not there helping her while she was
Mm.
going through this whole new thing.
And we didn't know.
And and that was nobody
Oh,
knew. So
nobody
I was
knew.
kind of going through that myself.
Yeah, so I was like,
couldn't
Ben,
tell
why are you
anyone.
so weird?
Yeah.
But that's how you had to start the show, in that setting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And so we did 6
Brutal.
weeks in Sydney pretending to be in Melbourne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
and-
proud of you, Ben.
Oh, thank you.
spoke about your feelings.
Oh, very good. Yes. Briefly.
I think it was like cockroaches in someone's room. There was like a mouse in someone else's room. It was
Yeah, it was a lot.
interesting.
It was a lot.
Yeah. But anyway, no. So can we teleport back to now, if that's okay? As just speaking of moving around, we have obviously just moved last week, back to Adelaide, and I have been having a hell of a time on Marketplace, just furnishing the house because I downsized to a really, really small apartment like 2 years ago. So I basically just got to like the bare minimum in terms of belongings. And now I get to spread my wings again and start scrolling again on Marketplace. And my God, it is so good. And Christian does not give two shits about what the house looks like. So it is like fully up to me and I'm just going ham. I do apologize if you saw a girl in a convertible driving on the Southern Expressway while it was pouring rain yesterday. I had a cabinet that I bought off Marketplace and I had to pick it up down in like Southside. And it was half an hour away, and I thought that it wasn't going to rain, but it only fit in my car if I had the roof off. So I picked this beautiful cabinet up from this girl, and she was like, is it going to fit? And I was like, yeah, it'll fit. I'm just going to put the roof off. I've done this 1,000 times. We put it in the back seat. It was sticking up, so I couldn't see it in my rearview mirror.
Did you tie it down?
Nah, she said, do you want some ropes? And I said, nah, it'll be fine. And then as I started driving on the Southern Expressway, which is like a freeway, it started pouring rain. And I was like driving drenched. The whole cabinet was drenched. And everyone was tooting me like, hey, it's raining.
The top's
and I'm
down.
like, no shit. And so every time someone passed me, they're like looking at me like, who is this person? And I was like, like doing a thumbs up, like, it's fine. So I did pull over under a bridge for a little bit, which was good. But I got home.
Troll Belle.
Yeah, I was. And I got home and it's fine. It's a little bit, you know where it bubbles a little bit if it gets water damage?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
done that a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit, but it's fine. It's fine. So that was an experience. But I also had another experience Friday night. I told you guys that I was going to pick up a rug. Very exciting. Big 2 meter by 3 meter rug for $75.
Oh, wow, that's cheap. I just bought a 2 meter by 3 meter rug on Marketplace.
Maybe
How
it's the
much?
same lady.
The mum was on King William.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. This was $75.
That's cheap, yeah.
Brand new rugs. Didn't know that, but
Wow.
I thought it was secondhand because that's what I'm about on Marketplace. Turns out she's a rug dealer. So
Sorry.
they're brand new rugs, like any color you want, any size, and the biggest that she has is 2 by 3 meter. All the same price. So $75 for 2 by 3. Then it goes like $50.
That's
like
got to be
$30.
child slave labor.
Yeah. So I got to her house and she was like, "Which rug did you want?" And I was like, "The rug," thinking it was secondhand. Rewind. It got to her house. She's like, "Come around the back, meet me
Yeah.
around the back." And I was like, "Okay, dodgy." Again,
That's where the
pouring with
kids
rain.
are working.
Yeah, well, it was pitch black, pouring rain, and I was like, "Okay." And then like this back street. So she goes, "Come around the back," and I was like, "Okay."
What suburb
Went
was
round.
this?
Seaton, so not the
Okay,
worst.
yeah.
And then so I said, she goes, "Which rug do you want?" And I said, "Well, the rug," thinking it was the one that
Yep.
she's selling. And she goes, "Oh no, I have a lot of rugs." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I just said, "Oh, where do you get them from?" She's like, "Overseas." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
It seems like
Oh.
you have supported illegal rug.
Yeah. And then she goes, "Follow me." And so she like
Production.
led me down her like through her backyard,
Yeah.
through some trees, into a back shed, like a tin shed. Unlocked the door, like using her phone torch, unlocked the door. We got inside. She closed the door, locked it again. And then she had her phone torch and shone it on these huge piles of rugs. And she's like, "Which color do you want? Which size?" And And I was like, oh, the grey, like 2x3. She's like, yep, no worries. Puts her torch down, like picks it up, pulls it out of the big pile. And she's like, there you go. She's like, yep, pay ID, no worries. $75. She's like, all right, see ya. As I left, someone else was rocking up.
That's so
and it
cheap.
was full. It was, but you know what? It's so squishy. It's so good.
That's
it's
like
so
you.
fluffy.
I feel like you're scratching your sheen hole because
Yeah.
there's no way that's ethical.
It's absolutely not. And I do feel really bad, but I went there under the pretense that it was
Oh, so you had to buy. You had to buy one.
Well, I was there. I had my pay ID ready.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm here now. But I did pass her details to Chelsea, who's after a rug. So if anyone wants a rug, go to my lady, my lovely rug dealer. She's like real business out the back in the shed. And it was humming. Like, as I said, as I left, someone else was pulling up. And I was like, here we go.
Are you going to go to a Chelsea?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you
I
see,
can't
she's
speak
got
and
like,
tell.
she's got white, black, grey, two-tone grey, pink, red. She had blue, navy. Yeah.
Do you work there, Belle?
Sounds tacky. Sounds like it's a tacky.
No, it's the bottom of the like. It's really squishy, and then the bottom has like little sticky points, so it doesn't move.
Sounds plasticky.
Oh, it's definitely yeah. Hey, for me, as long as it's not animal hair, I'm happy.
We got our rug from like it was like a business on King William, and they had just bought it, and it didn't match the room. They didn't really. So they said, "Oh, we thought it would match, but it didn't." So it was brand new, but it was from Freedom.
Ooh.
Oh.
Which it was retailing at $1,200. Got it for $6,
That's pretty good.
half price. I was happy with that.
Dude, $75.
I
Go
don't
to
want.
my lady.
I don't want to go to the rug lady, Belle.
No,
I don't think-
$75 for 2x3 meters. Amazing.
Yeah, I got to see a photo of it. I don't believe it's good.
I'll show you a photo. Right?
Show me a photo.
You
I
know
don't
what?
believe
I'll
it.
do one better. I'll send you her details.
I don't want to
I
go.
said
I don't
it's
want to go
Chelsea.
to rug lady. I don't want to go to her.
She's great. It's just in and out.
We should call her on the show
Oh!
and question her.
She also said to me, I forgot to say this bit. She also said, we got in the shed and she turned to me in the pitch black shed and said, you do realize you've come to someone's house at night by yourself to a stranger's house.
Oh god.
What?
And I was like, oh no, this is it. This
You
is
should
it.
have turned it on her. You should have said, "You do realize you've invited a stranger into your home from Marketplace."
Yeah, but look at me. I'm not going to do
You
anything.
could have mad dogged her.
Yeah, true.
Was she a big lady?
Nah, she was nice.
You could have
She was
taken her?
small. Yeah, probably.
You
Yeah,
should have
but
scared her.
I realized I had my back to the shed door as she said that, and and the door was still open at that point. I thought, shit, someone's going to come behind me and slit my throat.
Ah.
Like that's where my head went, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh well, if this is
What
you
did her
know me,
profile
I
look like?
I do want to get kidnapped, so I was like, oh well, like if this is the way I go, then this is the way I go, you know, whatever. But anyway.
What did the profile look like?
It looks good. It's
She looks
honestly,
normal?
I'll send. Well, you can tell. So once you start scrolling rugs, she does come up a fair bit, and I was like, oh, I should have noticed that. But I'll send the link to you that I sent Chelsea. Here we go. Also, Chelsea, you replied and said, "Looks so fluffy."
It does look
I
fluffy.
love. So
I said
Get
I
on
love
it.
the rug, not the lady.
Mm.
yeah, no, she doesn't have a. Oh, I think she does maybe have a profile if you click through.
When I was living in Melbourne, I sold all my stuff when I moved, and a guy came to pick up, I think it was my fridge, and his profile was just like a Collingwood football cartoon,
That's a worry.
which, yeah, not good. I thought it was going to be an old guy, but it was Mason Cox. And he
Mason
bought
Cox.
my fridge.
What?
Really?
Yeah,
That's
off
a great
Marketplace.
story.
Isn't that crazy?
So Mason Cox is currently using your fridge potentially.
Yeah.
What?
Whoa!
Wow.
It was a while ago, but yeah,
Can
he came
we-
to my house.
That's a great story.
Little bit.
Like, who came to your house from Marketplace?
No, I was thinking, let's call Mason Cox.
Oh.
How's your fridge
We
going?
could do like, did a celebrity buy your stuff on Marketplace?
Yeah.
That's actually really, I like
Or
that a lot.
did you buy a celebrity's thing on Marketplace?
But there's something
potentially?
about, yeah, true. If you went to someone's house to buy a fridge
Yeah.
and it was Mason Cox, that's also a great story.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who he was because I don't like sport.
Right.
So he came to my house, was huge. He's obviously
lanky
got
American
Giant,
dude.
yeah, he's got an accent. So me and my mum were like, "Oh, we love America. Like, where are you from? Blah
Yeah.
blah blah." And then he said that he was here to play football, and my mum was like, "Oh, cool, like for a local club or something." And he was like, "No, like for Collingwood." And mum was like, "Oh, it's going well then, obviously." we had no idea. Yeah, I think I still have him as a friend on Facebook.
But was his picture was the logo, but was his name Mason Cox on Facebook?
It must have been, but I just didn't know who that
Yeah.
was.
I feel like you're kind of doxing Mason Cox.
I guess so.
People could search that now and then find it, and that's his private account.
Yeah, shit.
It's fun.
But why would he
That's
have?
his Currumbin
Look, we're
Chris.
still
Yeah.
friends. Look, here it is today. Friends on Facebook.
Wow. But he's changed the profile pic.
I'll see if I can find it. Hang on. It was that. Or was it?
That's
To
him.
be fair, that's him. But
That's him. That's him playing the game of
Some
AFL.
dude.
Yeah, but if,
That's
like every
so
guy
funny.
has that sort of
Yeah.
a.
I mean, that's Mason Cox.
Yeah, but it's a
But
cartoon.
I could understand that you would see that and think, oh, it's
Yeah.
someone who just loves
Yeah, like
Collingwood.
a
Yeah.
Collingwood freak. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah.
I do
But
have
turns out it was
Genuine
actually Collingwood.
question. I've never added someone as a friend.
Yeah.
But I have
He was at my
done-
house for a while, Chels. Like, I really felt like we were
Wait,
developing
so
a
you
friendship.
added him after he left?
I must have.
That's weird.
Oh God.
Maybe. Well, at this time, I was very single. So maybe I was like, this is my.
Shoot
Oh, yeah.
shot.
Wow.
But why did he
I
accept?
love that you're very single.
At that time.
That means
Very
depressed
single.
single.
I was.
There was a couple of Pod Squad posts.
Oh yes, about the Sunday pods.
Yeah, so Michelle, we mentioned this in yesterday's off-air pod. If you didn't catch it, go back and listen to that. But Michelle said, thanks for the shout-out. I
Mhm.
do love the true crime podcasts.
hmm
And then Damn Ian,
You say that every time. It's Damien.
well, it's
But
spelled
he
Damn
split
Ian.
his name into two on Facebook.
Well, I'm going to read it how it's written.
Damn, Ian.
Damn Ian says, I like the true crime pod. Would also listen to Ben's golf pod if that was available.
hmm
can
So
listen to-
maybe we can do the every fortnight thing.
I'll see, like week on, week off.
Yeah, yeah. It's golf week this week. It's murder week this
Well,
week.
I also wouldn't mind doing this because Dallas said in the comments, still praying for the Adam Sandler movie
Yeah.
ranker pod.
Well,
That'd be fun as a series.
It's not happening.
I think it could be good.
I think it'd be good as a series. We have to fill it. We have to do holiday pods.
Didn't we try it?
No, on the radio show.
Oh.
But I could do it as an actual podcast.
Yes, you could.
Um,
Didn't we do it when we were on break once? We did it as an
no,
episode.
I
when
reckon
we were
I
on
just did it.
break.
I did it like I did 2 or 3 episodes on the radio show, and then it got kiboshed.
Yeah.
And then Arvin said, never listen to the True Crime pod, only because it's not my cup of tea, but would definitely listen to you guys talk about random interests for 10 minutes straight.
Ooh,
Hmm.
Today is a random interest, and then it could be fun too.
that's fun.
Well, I feel like there was little to no love for the True Crime Pod.
I listened today, actually.
Oh, really?
I'd never heard it before. I was like, oh, give it a go.
Thoughts?
I did like it. I'm not a true crime girly, but it was good.
Which one was it? Do you
Jack
remember?
and Jill?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you
that
like
one was a
do you
bit
like the format?
complicated.
Like short, true crime.
Yes.
There's a buzzer, cuts Belle off at the end.
Yeah, I liked that you nearly didn't tell us what happened, but that would have killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we did that once. We strung one over 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, we shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
open to doing more like podcasty things. If
Yeah,
there's, like,
I feel
more
like maybe
series.
maybe it's just like that's our little blank canvas day, and maybe for like a month we do. Maybe
Hmm.
we do it. So like it's like true crime, golf, Liverpool, true crime, golf.
I just
Liverpool,
don't think
true...
that. I think I would rather just do true crime rather than fluctuating
Do you
between
want the Saturday slot?
three different things.
You can have a Saturday pod.
Well, yeah, we could do that, but then also we could do what we used to do with the podcast, and kind of each day of the off-air pod is a different segment. So you have business, you do the podcast, but then you also have some sort
Just
of.
got rid of that.
Well, it was like ages ago, though, right?
Aw. Yeah, maybe like 6 months
I don't.
ago.
I think people did like the segments.
I did.
You liked
Yeah?
it? Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I feel like each day had a purpose. It's like a bit of structure in each day.
I really did love topic tennis.
I love topic tennis.
Topic
I love
tennis was great.
Brownlow, really fun.
Mm, mm.
And we could
Molly,
probably do.
you-
I think the problem
I'm
with,
not across these.
and I can fill you in, Molly. The problem with it was just like right now. There was too many in jokes that I think the segments started to go down their own rabbit holes,
Mm.
and then they lost sight of what they were. But if you just kept them above board and just did them as a segment, so each off-air pod would be like this, an off-air pod, but then there was always a regular segment each day. So Mondays was clickbait headlines. So everyone on the team would give only 3 words about something that happened to them on the weekend,
Oh, I like that.
and then each member of the team would then vote on whose.
But you only get to hear one.
You only get to hear one.
I love that.
Ben's
and
would
then,
always be exciting new purchase.
yes, but I had a lot of exciting new purchases.
Oh.
Like this one time, I got like
Oh.
this stainless steel roller that you put your toothpaste in and you roll it up as you go.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
no, that's good.
Very cool.
I
Do you
like
still
that.
use it?
I still got it, yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good. Tuesday was
Tuesdays,
Brownlow.
Brownlow, which again, really liked it. So Brownlow was,
Complicated though.
it was definitely one of the more complicated ones.
Mm.
But you do the Brownlow of, this is a generic one, but like football teams. So then everyone would vote. You give 1 vote to your third, 2 votes to your second, and 3 votes to your favourite.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have to tally it up as you went. and then the team at the end with the most votes was decided as the best team.
Yeah, except
But what
it wasn't footy
teams?
teams. It was like
It-
it
It could be anything.
It was like forest warthog breeds.
Yeah, the things are always obscure.
It was
like
wild.
breed of trees, or it was like favorite fruit, or it
But
was
it
like
always had like a picture. Like there was always a picture on the screen, and then we put that in the pod squad, and people could look and give their own votes.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
okay.
like one
But
of them
it
was like
was-
one of my favorites was like landscapes. So it was like
Oh,
so one was like it was like
do you remember
arid
in like
desert, and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like forest.
Do you remember
tropical
like
forest.
in your high school like textbook,
Yeah.
in like a geography book, for example, it would have like one of those pictures where it had like all kinds of terrain, but in one picture. So it was like there was like a river, then a lake, and then a desert, and then a freaking like rainforest, and then mountains, but it was all in one thing.
And then you rank.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
get around.
We
that.
also did like HDMI cords.
Yeah, yeah. There was a whole variety of things, but that was Brownlow.
Yeah.
Wednesday was Wed's Quay, which again I enjoyed it. So people in the pod squad would post. There was always a master thread, so that's where it got complicated. Maybe we could change that. So we would be like, "Hey, post your
The
questions."
mother list.
The mother list. We'd say, "Hey, post your questions here." Belle was responsible for the mother list, keeping
Yeah.
track of all the questions. She got sloppy. It got complicated.
I didn't get sloppy. Just someone said you're shit, and then like Tina took over, but then Tina was like too scared to do it or something, and then
Yeah.
just got a whole thing.
So
Yeah.
they ask you like
Yeah.
the
They
pod
asked.
squad
They
ask you
just
questions.
ask questions. That's Wednesday.
like
So
that.
we would just go through and be like, "Hey, what's the go with this bit? I heard this bit on the show." They would just ask, "Hey, what are your thoughts on this?" It was just
Yeah.
any question was on the table.
Did you just do a big question pod?
Yeah, we
we
did.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because specifically one listener got in touch via email, blb@novaentertainment.com.au with specific questions. So we just answered those. But that's kind of what it was
Yeah, cool.
every Wednesday. Thursday was probably the most dramatic, but it was also one of our favorites. But that was topic tennis,
That's
which
fun.
is it's just a game. But so there'd be a topic. It would be TV shows. And then it'd go, all right, I'll serve, and I'd say Scrubs, and then it would go clockwise around the
Oh,
room,
yeah.
and you had to say a TV show within 3 seconds. If you didn't say one, you were out, and then it went back and
And you
forth, back and
couldn't
forth.
repeat,
You
obviously.
couldn't repeat, and if
Then
you
you
did,
could challenge
if
people.
you did repeat,
or-
someone could challenge because if there's a lot
So
of
if you
rules.
said, for example, if you said Harry Potter,
Mm.
you'd be like, challenge,
Well,
not a TV show.
no,
You could
that's
say,
a-
well, they're making one now,
Oh.
Yeah.
and then that could be a whole thing. So that then
Right.
and there was a lot of yelling. Like there was just a lot of yelling.
It feels very like drama school. Like I feel like
Yeah,
I was-
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But then
Yeah.
someone's funny. Like Ben, I remember you did like things you buy at Office Works, and it was like boom, boom, but then it got into like can of Coke, and then it was like challenge, but it was like no, well if there's a vending machine, then you could.
You just
Yeah.
need an
And then-
adjudicator, right?
well, no, but
Did
then
you have one?
that was the problem was because it was a democracy. The adjudicator was the room, so you would then say
Oh.
all those who think Belle is out say aye, and then the room would vote, and so that was how we decided.
Okay.
It
sounds fun.
And there was always alliances. People would team up, and then they would back each other up on like bad
And then there
calls.
was one where you said Adelaide suburbs, and then I said Mount Barker or something, and then someone else said it, and then no one believed me that I said it already, and then then someone in the pod squad went back and said no, she did, and then there was.
But
a
you were
whole-
voted out though.
I was furious.
And then Fridays was Team Member of the Week.
Well, I think you should bring it back. It sounds fun.
I think so. I
mean,
think we
the,
could bring it back.
The only one that's is the Brownlow one because
Oh, you don't like Brownlow?
It just sounds very confusing from a first listen, which is I don't know how
can
many
think of
new
something
listeners.
We
we
could think of
get.
something new, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could just try and refine it a
Yeah,
little
Ben-
bit.
I could see by Ben's reaction. He was like,
I also
"We're not
like.
getting rid of
I've always wanted.
Brownlow."
I've always wanted to do it as a segment for the radio show. I think it's too. It's not a great radio segment, but it could be a good podcast segment. You could do the Mount Rushmore of. So you could do what's your Mount Rushmore of TV shows,
But that's only
and then
3, isn't
I
it?
no Mount it's 4.
4.
So I would say so. It's basically like what's your 4 all-time TV shows, which is a fun conversation to have because it's interesting seeing what everyone's Mount Rushmores is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably that's more
then-
simple.
But then there's no. With that, if we did that, for example, as a segment on a Tuesday
Yep.
every week, that's just someone going like, "These are mine," and we go, "That's nice," and then we move on. Like, there's no.
Yeah, but I
like-
guess it's it's a
Yeah.
good point.
Or
'Cause
we
someone- but
make
then-
the Mount Rushmore every week, so everyone has to
Oh,
argue
so
why.
you have to debate like
Yeah.
Scrubs has to be on there. I was like, no,
Yeah.
that's a shit show.
But then everyone
yeah.
can vote and be like, "Nah, that one's out," and then you have to like maybe come to a conclusion.
Pretty
Could you
good.
do it over a month? Could you do like each week you're putting like one show up there, and then once we've ticked off the 4 shows, then it's like the 4 AFL teams. I don't know,
Mm.
4
Might be-
movies,
yeah, you could do that.
4 whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we can. Yeah,
Also
pretty good.
open to suggestions. Anyone listening to this, if you have a suggestion of I think we all agree we'll do the week as planned. So
Yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's locked in. Tuesday, up for debate. If anyone has any suggestions of a fun game or a segment or something they want to hear as a regular on Tuesdays, you can drop a wall post on the Pod Squad, or
Yep.
if you'd rather, email privately, blb@novaentertainment.com.au. All suggestions will be considered.
Yes. Are we saying this from next week?
Starting Monday.
All right.
Because Liam gets back Wednesday, there'll be a lot of arguing about that.
Oh gosh. Yes.
Then Thursday we could start, but it seems weird to start on a
Mm.
Thursday.
Oh, do we know what time he was doing his interview?
No,
I wonder if he's doing it now.
he might be.
Okay. Oh,
I reckon he would have already done it by now.
Do you think so?
I think so, yeah.
What time
'Cause
is it?
it's the same. It's the same time there as it is here.
Exactly the same time.
Not exactly, but it's within an hour.
Oh, within an
Oh,
hour.
well, maybe within 2.5.
yeah.
But
Okay.
it's similar. It's not. It's
Oh,
not that much.
Bless. Oh, I hope.
I reckon
he's
it's.
okay.
I reckon it's 3:30 there, and I reckon he would have already done it.
Yeah. Oh, I hope he's all right.
Would he
What
be
wrong-
nervous?
What would be wrong with him?
Really?
Well, he'd be.
It's
this
his
is-
dream, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd be nervous, like throwing up nervous. I
No,
think
no,
he'd
no,
be
no. But he'd be like a bit.
Excited.
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
I asked him on
Aw.
Friday, and he was like, he didn't seem like he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be
But
different
maybe-
the day off when
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I'm about to do it.
Yeah.
But I think to his point, he'll say this as well, but because he's not interviewing them
Mm.
like
Mm.
mono a mono, it's like he's representing EA Sports
Yeah.
FC,
Ga-
whatever it's
yeah,
called.
the game.
He's representing the game and doing questions specifically approved for the game.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like he's like a
Yeah.
talking head.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not like, tell me about when you first,
Yeah.
trained with Liverpool and,
Would he be given the questions then? Like
No,
didn't-
he wrote them, but he had to get them approved, and they're not questions like an interview. It's like a game. So I think could be wrong, but I think what he's done is he's got haircuts from Liverpool players.
Oh, did that one get approved?
I think so, yeah, but it
Oh.
had to be Liverpool players. So the gag was he had like funny haircuts, and then they had to guess they had to name the player with the funny haircut. Because you think about all the soccer players in the world, a lot of them have funny haircuts, and then it'd be like, who's that? And then the joke was they'd say, oh, it's blah blah, which is the right answer, but then it would pan out, and he would have photoshopped a different player's face on that. That's comedy ensues.
A bless.
But I think it's still the same bit, but it had to be Liverpool players.
yeah.
Yeah.
How did it all come about? Because I've had a few people ask me, and I don't know what to say.
It was like through he had a deal with, is it EAFC?
Yeah.
He had a deal with EAFC where he had to do X amount of videos for X amount of money,
On
and
his
then
Insta
on
and
his
stuff,
Insta.
yeah.
So, but this was like the last one that he had to do.
But then
So
this
they-
I think this only came out a few months ago.
Yeah, they were like,
this might
hey, if
actually
you
an
can be in
opportunity."
Japan, you can interview these players.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
he did the Liverpool trip for, who was that for?
That
Paramount?
wasn't for EA though.
No,
was it?
but he did that one, and so like it's very known that like he loves Liverpool and shit. So yeah.
All right,
Liverpool.
we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
Post in the Pod Squad your thoughts of what we can do on Tuesdays. Also, if that's something you want to hear, if you want us to bring back like a bit more structure to the week.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did we land on the true crime stuff?
I think
Sunday.
Jury's
keep it.
out.
Sorry.
Keep it as it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll keep it, yeah.
Yeah.
But the jury's out about what we could do something with it different moving forward. I don't know what.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm just saying we're open to suggestions. Nothing's locked in.
Oh no.
Okay. It's 7 minutes now.
No.
Oh, okay.
Could be 3.
I
Streamline
can't
it.
get anything out in that time.
Makes it fun though, right? How's
Yeah,
she
but
gonna
there's no
do it?
investment then. Like you don't even get to know. Like the whole thing with true crime is you get so invested in their lives and who they are. Whereas in the 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, anyway, this mate and he was with her, and then that person died, and there's no investment, you know.
I just think that I think we should keep doing true crime Sundays.
Yeah.
I just think that when we should be more organised, and maybe Molly and Chelsea, this is where you
Mm.
can help us
Mhm.
be more organised when the holiday breaks, because we get so many of them. When the holiday breaks are coming up, we're more prepared, and then rather than just doing like a 2-minute bottom of the notes, we actually make sure we do fresh content for those 2 weeks or 1 week, whatever we're having off.
Mhm.
So we make, and then whether it's what's the game, Dungeons and Dragons. That was like my favorite ever podcast. Do you know that, Molly? Do you know the game?
I know the game, and here in the office, it's
Yeah.
a thing people still talk about.
The podcast.
The fact
Ours?
that you guys did that, yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, we're
yeah,
back
we
in Adelaide, so the
we
guys
love
here.
the
It
quiz.
was huge,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Quizmaster is here. People love that podcast.
Mm.
If you want to strap in for freaking 6 hours in the studio, then
Oh, it was
we'll
a
do
marathon. It was a marathon. But then the way we did it was we
We were delirious.
dedicated 1 day to playing the game. So the game went for 5 hours. So the first week was the build up, right?
Mhm.
Was that like creating
Hang
characters?
on, let me work this out.
Yeah, the first week was building our characters, talking about the game.
No, it was every day.
Yeah, but it
every
was
day.
for a week, right?
Nah, I think it was out for over a week. I think.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Either way, it was definitely a week of playing the game. We recorded for 5 hours, roughly.
Huge.
Then we cut it up into episodes, so 5 episodes, and then we would like always cut out a cliffhanger. So it'd be like, well, what will happen here? We'll find out tomorrow, and then tomorrow's would come out.
Yeah.
And it was just a big long
But
story.
there was also production put on it.
Yes.
Some
Yeah.
more sound
Todd
effects.
told me that.
And it was
music.
unhinged. It was just it was insane.
Yeah.
So why did you do it? Do you love it? Is that why you
No,
did
it was again Andy's idea. He always has those out of the box ideas, and he was like, "You should play a game of Dungeons," because I think there's a popular podcast from overseas that does it as an actual podcast. They just every week, it's just that's what they do. It's a different journey.
Yeah.
He's like, "It's really fun. You guys should just do it." And we didn't get how the game worked, but then you realize it's just a big game of improv
Yeah.
/ make believe.
Because a lot of people have said to me, "You would love the game." I'm like, didn't we talk about this in
You
the
would,
office?
yeah, you would
Yeah.
like it as a content person. Like it's just,
Yeah.
it's also it's just creative because it's just like 3 trolls walk into a bar and then they see, and then you have to.
I
Yeah.
want to do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Fun.
Well, we should reach out to Aaron, the dungeon master.
Yeah. I wonder if he'd be like, no, I'm not doing that
I
again.
don't think it'll work for the next holidays because obviously it'll be a bit here and there because I've got a newborn on the way. But definitely, it's something we should earmark as a thing.
You could do it for the next one. You could do a day, couldn't you? Or not really?
Not really, no.
Nah.
Also, do we need to look at the time?
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap this up.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.